Good Sunday evening, everybody. Welcome to the Dirt Racing Network and our live coverage of the AcesUp SimSports Pro Challenge Series. Second time at Knoxville tonight, the final time that these drivers will have live action practice before tomorrow night's official Pro Series race at iRacing. And we barely made it. We have been in front of this machine for about 10 minutes. First thing we probably should do is apologize to the Mars guys for not making it for their show, but we were unceremoniously detained about 2 hours away, 2.5 hours away from home. And the delivery truck suffered a mechanical problem and was delayed over an hour, and that put us quite a ways behind. That's why we missed that show tonight. But we're sure they had a fantastic race. Just was not streamed here, and we'll make it up to those guys. So show one for the week is missed. Show two right here, right now. 2 tomorrow night, 1 on Tuesday, 1 on Wednesday, 2 on Thursday, 1 on Friday. We will still get 8 of our 9 in this week, unless we have some other kind of catastrophic issue. Hello, Mr. Bill. Hello, Roadrunner. Anne Marie, I have not seen you in my chat, and I cannot remember how long, but welcome back, ma'am. Thank you for joining us. Looks like I got about 30 checked in tonight, 30 drivers. He said we may not have a full field, so 30 drivers. We'll get ready for qualifying. We'll try to watch as many of these boys as we can. I'm going to do something real quick, guys. I got to pop that up there momentarily. That is going to bug me all night if I don't fix that. Here we go now. We're better. Drivers starting to roll out. 1, 2, 3 at a time. Aiden Price, Ty Schobelach. Boy. ERA guys sending me all their information over. They are going to change some things up this season, it looks like, so we're going to have some work to do for Tuesday's show. Evan Say, Braden Eiler, the highest side hustler here tonight. Good to see him on track. There's your first driver to run through, and Aiden Price sets the bar at 1482. Here comes Braden Eiler in that 5 machine, always in the orange 5. Sergeant Eiler to the top. There he is. We throw the camera on him, and he goes quick time right away, 14.76. There goes Evan Say, 14.75. Can Eiler run just a tick faster this time by? He slowed down to 14.81. Evan Say coming out of 4 for his second lap. Logan Rumsey jumps to second, almost identical times. And Say runs 14.78. So good for him. Here comes Scotty Thomason, Larry Moody in the 410 series. Are you kidding me right now? Matt Croakey. Kendall Tucker, the double aught. Aiden Forrester, quick time at 14.75. His thousandths quicker than both Say, Rumsey, and Brown. Right now, they're only missed it by 1/1,000, or 1/100th, I mean. Tucker goes 5th quick. Clayton Davies. Cross the line, Davies moves to 11th quick. You can see how close this is. 20 cars under 1/10 of a second. It is going to be close. It's going to be tight. It is going to be crazy all night long. Augustine, Cardoza, Eiler, Tucker, all the way up, qualify through. Let's take a quick look at that. We'll show you who qualified through. Forrester, Say, Rumsey, Brown, Tucker, Eiler, Cardoza, and Augustine. All already into the feature. Won't get ready to show you the lineup for our first heat race. It's going to be Ryan Avila, the 49 car on the pole. Aiden Beerline in that 13. We just talked to Anne-Marie in the chat a second ago. He'll start outside the front row. Chase Stewart, the 40. Row 2 to the inside. Next to Dustin Sargent, the 77. Dylan Yeager. Haven't seen Dylan Yeager in here in a minute. 48 car. He's got row 3 inside position next to Sean English in the 960. Then Matt Croakey on your final row to the inside with Scott Thomason in the 6. That's your 8 cars for heat number 1. 3 transfer through. Everybody else will have to go through one of the B mains. Oh, boy. Looks like we've got some reading to do before the season gets started for ERA. Cool. We like to be educated. All right. We're about to roll them off. Well, there goes the 13 of Beerline. Via will roll off right behind. They'll get back here on the backstretch. They'll get things kind of straightened up, cleaned up. Everybody will get there. Already seeing dust off the apron. Imagine this track's going to get super dusty. We got an update for iRacing, and the dust has multiplied. So once the track really starts to dry out, you start to see more and more dust. I appreciate everybody being in chat. I know we got a couple on Facebook, a couple on YouTube. Anybody over on Twitch, make sure you say hi. I don't care where you're at. Say hi in the chat. Got a favorite driver, shout them out. Facebook, if you haven't already, like, share, follow. YouTube, Twitch, and Trovo, hit the subscribe button. You'll get a notification every time we go live, and that'll be 9 times a week throughout the winter months. All right, pace truck, lights off. He's going to get out of the way down here in turn number 4, and we are going to go green. For heat number 1, second time around at Knoxville for the AcesUp SimSports Pro Challenge Series, and Avia got a fantastic start. Beerline dropped into second, Stewart to third, side by side. Sargent and Yeager for 4th, and now that's kind of settled. It's going to be side-by-side between English and Yeager on the inside. No traction whatsoever. Matt Croakey's looking to take a spot away from him here on the outside. They had to both adjust lines. Yeager slid just a tiny bit wide right there in 1 and 2. He'll do it again in 3 and 4. Croakey cuts underneath. Matt Croakey trying to take the 6th spot away. Got the right front in front of Yeager powered right back by, but we'll go back to the front because it's about 5 car lengths. Make it 6 between Avia and Beerline right now, and Beerline's got his hands full because Chase Stewart looking for a way to get around. He'd rather put the 13 car on the bubble because it is a pack of 4 racing for 2 spots. Out of turn 2, past the Hall of Fame, down the backstretch, 3 to go this time around. Avia by 3/10. Then Beerline, Stewart, Sargent, and English all tucked in nose to tail. Yeager got away from Croakey, and he's reeling in that top 5. Two to go from the starter's stand. And Avia maintaining 3 seconds, or 3/10 of a second, I'm sorry. Beerline hanging on in second right here. White flag this time. First heat race looks like it's going to go by post haste. As Avia out in front and maintaining that gap, 3/10. He'll come out of 4. He'll go to the feature. He'll take Beerline and Stewart with him. Sargent, English, Yeager, Croakey, Thomason, they are all going into one of the B mains where we will take 2 cars out of each one of those and add them to the field. So we'll get ready for heat 3. This is how we'll line them up. It'll be the 85 of Tyler Shell. Old Gumby will have the pole, and he'll have the 11 of Kenny Hoffman beside. Connor Dudek, 7 car, row 2, inside starting spot next to the 24 of Tanner Pettit. Pettit, a winner already on the series earlier this year. Aiden Price in the 49. He starts row 3 inside next to Ty Schobalak in the 17. And then you'll see Richie Gaines in that black 11. It's got pink numbers on it. But he will start Shotgun Charlie for heat number 2. Hoffman and Shell. Getting it rolling on the front row. One more time around while these guys are getting their pace laps in. Let us tell you that tomorrow night, 8 Eastern, Dirt Slingers Racing League, Rock and K Logistics Big Block Modifieds, round number 8 for them. And they'll follow that up tomorrow night at 9:30 Eastern with the Jess and Jim Steakhouse 360 Wing Sprint cars, round number 8 for them as well. Tuesday night, Epic Racing Association back in action. They open up a new season. That is an 8:30 Eastern start time. Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern, Midwest Truck Series as they continue their season. I think this is the last race for this month with them guys. They are off for the next 2 weeks after that. And then Thursday night, season finale 2024D season Crown of Champion Crown. The Ironman champion over at Netcode Esports with the Red Driver Mighty Midgets. But it is time to go Heat 2 racing. AcesUp SimSports Pro Challenge Series. Shell got a great start. Hoffman got a start. I don't know if I want to call that great, but he is going to be in second. He almost had a challenge from both Dudek and Pettit. I thought they were going to go inside out on him and put it 3 wide right off the start. Now Pettit grabs third. He's got the final transfer spot, at least temporarily. Dudek in behind that, and Price is trying to work to the inside of Dudek. Up the hill, boy, they touch. Whoa, and then more contact as Dudek about had the car underneath him. You won't have cautions in the heats. I thought Dudek was going to save it, and Richie Gaines really didn't have anywhere to go. He was committed to that line. They touched tires, and Dudek will be the car that pays the price. Shell, Hoffman, Pettit, top 3 broken away, and Tanner Pettit keeps peeking to the inside off of turn 2, trying to get around Kenny Hoffman. Hoffman just trying to run where Shell really is not. He don't like the dirty air. Pettit right behind. You can see he is just trying to run anywhere he can to try to make up an inch. If he can get there before the entry to the corner, he might have a chance. Throw that slider. He may get there this time. Depends on what happens out of 4, and he is not going to make it. Cannot get alongside 2 to go that time by. Shell, Hoffman, Pettit have the transfer spots at the moment. Price, Schobalak, Gaines still on track, and they're going to be B-mained in it if something doesn't happen right here. Tyler Shell comfortably leading this thing, heading into 3 and 4. He'll come out, and Gumby punches his ticket into the A main. Hoffman and Pettit go with him. Price, Schobalak, Gaines, and Dudek will be in our B mains here in just a little while. Let's take a look. Starting lineup for the third heat race. It'll be Clayton Davies in the 50 on pole. Noah Carpenter in the 42 will sit to his outside. Bowen Smith, 12 car, row 2 inside next to Talon Willis in the 10. Your third row will be the 84 Bryce Houndstein on the inside. Matt Powell in the 46 on his outside. And dead last for the start of this heat race, the 73 of Larry Moody. Moody with a rare appearance in the series. Take 820. This should be This should be the last. We might have one more. Let me think. This is heat 3. Yeah, this is probably the last heat race right here. We've already got 14 drivers locked in. We're going to lock 3 more. Then we'll be looking for 4 out of our B mains. I did not look and see how many heats were lined up before I started this thing, knowing how many drivers were in here, but doing the math in my head, this should be our last heat race. So the lights go out. We're ready to go green. Davies and Carpenter. Green flag in the air. Clayton Davies, fantastic start. I thought Bowen Smith might be able to time that up with him, and it doesn't look like it's going to work out for him. Carpenter second. Smith third. Willis into fourth. They're single file. Willis is going to get bumper hooked. And the 3 cars at the back of this one, all going to be done real quick like. Houndstein, Willis, and Moody all finished quickly. So going to be 4 cars racing for 3 spots. Matt Powell in the 46, just a little bit behind, about 7 car lengths behind Bowen Smith. Smith in a transfer spot right now. We will go to the front. Clayton Davies. Clicking the laps off pretty quickly in the 50 car, but Carpenter now a little quicker the last time by, about 8/100ths quicker, almost a full 10th, and he closed the gap just a tiny bit. Davies, Carpenter, Smith, and then Powell, and Smith went up above the fluffy stuff and almost got into the fence. Down there in turns 1 and 2, I think he just got a little tight on entry. We'll watch him this time and see if he does the same thing. He is right up against that fence on the entry to the corner. That is dangerous to run the right rear that close to those fence panels up there. One tap and you're tumbling. Battle for the lead. Carpenter with a slider in 1 and 2 on the white flag lap. Davies back to the inside. Will he slide? He does. He does it really late. I think Carpenter's going to be able to get around him. He is, and Carpenter is going to win heat number 3. Davies and Smith go to the A main with him. Powell, Willis, Houndstein, and Moody. More work to do for those guys. So Noah Carpenter waited till the white flag lap, throws the slider in 1 and 2, and then just has to defend in 3 and 4. Yeah, B main number 1, it is going to be a pretty quick one. There's only going to be 6 cars are going to race for 2 spots. It's Sargent and Powell will have the front row. Schobelach and Yeager in row 2. Houndstein and Dudek in row 3. We may have less than that. There's Dudek's car finally out there on the grid. So we're going to have 2 small B mains, the top 2 from each. Going into tonight's feature, they'll start in the final 2 rows. They'll let them pace around here. Get everybody squared away. Take 2, send 4 packing. We will be at 19 when this first B main comes to a close. We'll be looking for 2 more out of the second B main. Tiny dancer in the house. All right, we are underway. B main number 1, top 2 transfer. Other 4 cars be done for the evening, and right now Sargent has the lead. Powell will power by on the high side. Schobelach was going to be in second, and now he's going to have to work for it. Down the front stretch, around into 1 and 2, through the middle. Yeager made it 3 wide. And he is able to go right by Ty Schobelach. Wow, what a bold move. But when it's time to start eliminating cars, sometimes if you don't get aggressive, you're going to be the guy that's packing it up early. So Sargent out front by about 3/10. Powell second, but Powell's got company. Look who's on the push bar. Dylan Yeager. Schobelach right behind. We're going to go back to the battle because Yeager now to the inside slider in turns 3 and 4. Grabs the second spot. Can he keep it? Got to hold off for 8 more circuits. Sargent starting to walk away a little bit. He's increased the lead to half a second now. Yeager trying to close it up. Yeager cleared Powell, and now he's opened up a gap. He's about 0.3 of a second ahead of Powell. Schobelach is closing in for third, but third's the first car out. You got to be first or second or you're finished. Schobelach all the way out to the fence. Those wide lines are not going to get it just yet. Dustin Sargent's going to have to pick him up and put him down just a tiny bit quicker because he's got company to the inside. Yeager showed him the right front. Schobelach around Powell, and now he's trying to close in late. Still got 4 laps, plenty of time. There comes the slider. Contact, that might be what everybody needed. And there goes Schobelach from 4th to 2nd. As Powell and Sargent make contact after Yeager got into Sargent on the exit of 2. Well, actually kind of in the middle of 2. And it carried on through the exit. It allowed 2 guys to get by. And Schobelach now fighting to hang on. Yeager going to get the 2 to go signal. Schobelach powering away from Yeager as they'll come to the white flag. Final time around. Dylan Yeager on to the A main. Schobelach will go with him. Dudek, Powell, Sargent, and Houndstein are done for the round at Knoxville. We will see them back next week. We'll get ready for our final B main. Top 2 will go to the A main. It's going to be Aiden Price, Sean English on the front row, Talon Willis and Richie Gaines in row 2, Matt Croakey and Larry Moody in row number 3, and Scott Thomason. Shotgun Charlie for the final B main. 7 cars, 2 spots are available. Stands are full. Good to see. $12 laps here, 35 laps for the feature tonight. We'll put another week in the books All these guys getting their final live action practice in before tomorrow night's iRacing Pro Series race. Good look through the field. Any one of these guys has the potential to come up here and win this. Things will have to fall right for them if they're at the back. But all the cars fast enough to get there and do it. Price and English with a decided advantage as they start on the front row. But Talon Willis has been fast this whole season. He passes a lot of cars. All right, pace truck getting out of the way. We are ready to go green for the final B main. Price got a pretty good start. English second. They're single file all the way through the field already. Down the backstretch. Price, English, Willis, 1, 2, 3. Gaines into fourth. Their starting grid spot's pretty much the way they run on the track right now. I think Richie Gaines is going to try to get up here and challenge Willis early. He needs to get focused on the 960 car. 2 cars in front of him. That's the spot he needs to be in if he's going to transfer through. Aiden Price through 1 and 2, 3/10 of a second. It seems like whoever gets out front has about 3/10 of a second. It's only about 5 or 6 car lengths, but they have been able to maintain in clean air. Sean English trying to reel in Aiden Price. Talon Willis trying to reel in Sean English, and now they're getting away from Gaines and Croakey. It is about 7/10 of a second. Make it almost a full second now. Willis out in front of Gaines. And the top 3 on a big breakaway, but only 2 spots are available, is Willis riding and setting it up, looking for wherever he can find a weak spot in English's armor to make that move here at the very end. I don't think you want to show him early. Oh, contact! Both cars into the fence. That's going to shake everything up. That's going to open the door for Richie Gaines and Matt Croakey. And now a couple of guys that look to just be riding along right there may have to get into a little bit of a battle because a transfer spot just opened up. It's 1.4 seconds to Price. Absolutely gone. He'll come around to 4 to go this time. But Richie Gaines missed the wreck. Went from 5th to 2nd. Croakey right there trying to keep it close. A lot of laps left. It's 3 laps, but it takes a long time to get around here. Price 1.7 seconds ahead of this battle. Scott Thomason still in it. Way back, but he is 4th. It's about 5 seconds off the leader, about 4 seconds off that battle for 2nd and 3rd. 2 to go that time by Price, Gaines, Croakey. Let's get focused on the battle for that final transfer spot. Here goes Matt Croakey. Big slider across the nose. That was close. That was tight, and Gaines was able to defend it pretty good. A white flag lap this time. Will Gaines defend the inside down here at the end of the backstretch? Price is going to go to the A main. Gaines got in, bumped the cushion or the berm a little, but it doesn't matter. He's going to the A main tonight. Croakey, Thomason, Willis, English, and Moody are done for the evening. We've got our 21 cars. We're going to give these guys just a little bit of warm-up. Everybody's going to get a chance to look at the track. I think they get 60 seconds at the end of the session. The session is only 5 minutes long. So we will see. Guys will play around a little in the infield. They'll probably tear up a handful of cars. They're here to have fun. Got to let them have some fun. Go over the schedule again real quickly for you this week. We've got the A main left here tonight. Then tomorrow night, 8 Eastern and 9:30 Eastern with the Dirt Slingers Racing League guys. Big blocks first. 360 sprint cars second. Tuesday night ERA with the pavement late models. That is an 8:30 start time. 8:30 on Wednesday. The truck series will get things going. And Thursday, a doubleheader. Netcode eSport Red Driver Mighty Midgets, their season finale. That starts at about 8:45 Eastern. Friday night, 9 o'clock Central, 9 o'clock Eastern, 9 o'clock Eastern. Might be 10 Eastern. I got to go back and look. I think it's 10 o'clock Eastern. 360 wing sprint cars with the American Dirt Series. They had a great show last week. Very, very good show. First time we've covered that series in a number of years. And they came in and put a big-time show down. Some of these drivers have not seen the track in 45 minutes. They went out for a qualifying lap, and that was all they saw. And now they're going to have to get out here and figure out those last-second adjustments. And some of the drivers have just come off the track after running B mains. They have a decided advantage. And already knowing what the track looked like. So just about 60 seconds worth. And we're going to get ready to go feature racing. It's Clayton Davies' birthday. Was today or was it like yesterday? Because they're like, I don't know, 86 hours ahead of us down there or something. Either way, happy birthday to Clayton Davies. Ryan Avila. Actually, this is Logan Rumsey that the camera is on. I thought it was Avila's car, but it's Logan Rumsey's. Avila not on track. Tyler Shell and J.D. Brown close together right there. There's the birthday boy. He won his heat race. And the high side hustler, Braden Eiler. Today for us, so yesterday, officially. We love all of our Australians and New Zealanders, really. We kid a lot of them. We give them a hard time. But we enjoy having them in every session. Kind of miss hearing old Brett Wheeler's voice. I don't know where my Kiwi Cream Puff is at, but miss getting the opportunity to chat with him and have him call races. One of these days, he'll grace us with his presence. So session over. That means it is feature time. And that means it's time to go through our starting lineup for tonight's 35-lap A main with Aces SimSports Pro Challenge Series. Mike Augustine in the 19 car will have the pole. Landon Cardoza in the 10 on his outside. Braden Eiler, the high side hustler, the 5 car. Row 2 to the inside with Kendall Tucker in the 00 on his outside. You'll see the 14 of J.D. Brown inside row number 3 next to the 41 of Logan Rumsey. Evan Say in the 33. The 4th row, he's got the inside spot there next to Aiden Forrester in the 20. Those 8 cars, your top 8 from qualifying. Now we'll get into your heat winners. The 49 of Ryan Avila, the 85 of Tyler Shell in row number 5, and then Noah Carpenter inside row 6 in the 42. Aiden Beerline, he'll start outside row number 6 in the 13, and then the 11 of Kenny Hoffman, the 50 of Clayton Davies. Row 7, Chase Stewart in the 40. He has the inside of row number 8 next to Tanner Pettit in the 24. Bowen Smith, the 12 car. 9th row inside. And Dylan Yeager will start to his right. Your 10th row, the 49, Aiden Price inside. Ty Schobelock in the 17 on the outside. And your final starter for the A main tonight, the 11 of Richie Gaines. He can go pretty much wherever he likes in that back row in that 11 car. He's playing with house money, so it does not matter. We're talking about that guy right there in that number 11. 2 guys were 2nd and 3rd in the B main and battling for that final transfer spot. Got contact. Ended up against the fence, and he scooted her right on by and grabbed the spot. All right. Ready to get at it right here. Cardoza and Augustine. Cardoza in the 21 car on the outside. Boy, that's a quick start right there. That inside line is going to have a gigantic advantage right now. Eiler and Tucker both took advantage of how quickly Augustine got to start. And now there's problems coming out of 2. The high side hustler jumped into the fluff and the car got all kinds of out of shape. Tucker got around. Cardoza got back around. They're 3 wide behind that. Rumsey, Forrester, and Brown.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caution for the first time. I don't know who it is. Let's go back and let's see if our buddy Clayton Davies, yeah, he's got all kinds of problems. So let's just back this replay up because I don't see anything weird. Got into the corner, and Bowen Smith was there, and a right front to a left, or right rear to a left front, and a big tumble. And the birthday boy, well, he can go eat some cake now because he is finished on a lap number 1. Unfortunately. Just when it was getting exciting, they were 3 wide coming out of turn number 2. Still lights on our safety truck. All right, we are doubled up, but we are not going to go green. I can tell already we're not going to go green. Pace truck. At the end of the front stretch now, I think we'll see the lights go off. And we're going to go green this time. We'll start lap number 4. Tucker, Augustine, Cardoza, Eiler, Rumsey, Forrester, Say, Brown, Shell, and Carpenter as they'll line them up. Avia and Beerline just outside the top 10. Hoffman and Stewart behind that. Pettit, Yeager, Smith, Price, Schobelach, and Gaines. The 20 remaining cars on the track at the moment. Oh, a rough start. Braden Eiler. Man, that car got way out of shape. He did a good job of keeping it out of everybody's way. He is going to fall back through the field. Now he's into the fence a little bit. He drags it out in front of everybody. He'll keep going, but he went from about 5th to about 19th. Augustine's still out front. Tucker, Cardoza, and Rumsey. And then Forster is 5th. Say is trying to catch up right here. And Forster went to the bottom. I don't think that's going to work out because Evan Say is going to go to the top side. And Say had to check down a little bit the slider line from the 20 of Forrester. Tyler Schell's back here in the 9th spot, side by side with Carpenter. It is a madhouse. They are 2 wide, sometimes 3 wide. Trying to get through the corners. We're going to have a battle for 3rd as Rumsey and Cardoza look like they're going to get after it. Rumsey, slider into 1 and 2. Move him to 3rd for the moment. Logan Rumsey. Hanging on to 3rd right now. This all happening a little bit behind your 2 leaders, about half a second. Augustine and Tucker on the slider line in 1 and 2. Now stay to the wide side, up top in 3 and 4. That's where all the grip is. Here comes Rumsey. He is closing in on these guys. Forster and Cardoza are still going at it for 4th and 5th. They're letting Evan Say reel them in, and here also comes J.D. Brown. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. All right there together. Carving it up, slider lines back and forth. Cardoza grabs a spot now. Say's working on Forster. We still got 24 laps to go. Forster back to the left rear of Cardoza as Cardoza got the car up on the fluffy stuff. Lost a lot of forward bite. Here comes J.D. Brown. He's working to the inside of Evan Say. Forster's around. Caution. Let's go a look and see what happened to Aiden Forster. In alongside. Comes off the corner, and he got his right front into the left rear. I'll tell you what, that's a precarious place to sit, and he is lucky that he did not just get creamed right there. He's going to get the car righted. He's going to be able to continue on. May go in and see if he's got any damage on the suspension, but he'll probably be right back out. Bowen Smith also on pit road. Forrester in the pits, but it'll be Augustine, Tucker, Rumsey, Cardoza, Say, Brown, Schell, Hoffman, Beerline, and Yeager in the top 10. Avia, Stewart, Carpenter, Price, Pettit, Eiler, Schobelach, Gaines, and then Forrester back on track now, trying to catch up to the field in 19th. Bowen Smith. I think he caught a piece of the Braden Eiler incident, and he might have damaged the car and had to take it in, and they may not be able to fix that 12 car. Still a good 23 laps of racing left. We should double them up the next time around. Flashy lights go off on the pace truck. Augustine and Tucker right in front of Logan Rumsey, those three at the front. And they had broken away by a good little bit. Cardoza and Say right back in it. J.D. Brown right there. Tyler Schell. You can never count Tyler Schell out. I'm surprised Schell doesn't go into the bottom. But a restart.
Green flag, green flag.
Coming around, 22 laps to go. Tucker, right up against the push bar. And I think he pushed him on the push bar, getting out of 2. Here comes Rumsey, went to the bottom side. Not going to be able to make that happen. Evan Say trying to force his way inside on Cardoza, and he gets the job done. That might open up the door for J.D. Brown, but Cardoza's going to go high and slam that door shut. Brown just says, I'll go a little wider. I'll find something sticky, and I'll drive right around you on the high side. Right rear, right against the fence, and a big run out of 2 down the backstretch. Cardoza hanging tough, running the bottom right now. J.D. Brown reeling in Evan Say. Battle at the front. Tucker got in the middle, got around Augustine before Rumsey could get there. Rumsey hits the fence. He hit it pretty hard. He's going to be able to hang on to third, at least for the time being, but that car was way out of shape. Tucker has the point. Augustine and Rumsey, and then Cardoza fighting back around Evan Say. Here comes Kenny Hoffman. We saw this last week with Hoffman. He went to the bottom, and he got the car to work perfectly down there. A lot of other guys paid attention to that, too, it looks like, because Cardoza missed the line a little bit. That's going to let Hoffman pull alongside. 3 wide with Evan Say on the top down the backstretch. Now Hoffman clears Cardoza to the inside. Hoffman up to 5th. Say is still 4th. Rumsey is still 3rd for the moment. Those two, Rumsey and Say up top, and Hoffman uses the bottom to get around Say, move him to 4th, and he's peering in on 3rd right now. Augustine starting to make a run back at the leader, pulls alongside out of 2 into 3. Slider line for Mike Augustine. Who's going to have it at the line? Tucker goes back by. Hoffman still on the bottom, but Rumsey has figured something out in the middle of 1 and 2, and he is really running wide in 3 and 4. J.D. Brown, or maybe that wasn't Brown. I don't know who that was. That is J.D. Brown in the 14 car. He just flew around 3 and 4 up at the top. Not going to follow that. Battle heating up. Everybody in the top 4 has come back together. Augustine and Tucker still going at it. And Augustine up. Tucker runs over the right rear. We're going to have caution.
All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out.
Yeah, this was bound to happen. From the drone cam, Augustine out of 4. Tucker on the cut down line. Augustine, no chance. He knows he's there. And Tucker gets up into the right rear, and he is going to go for a ride. That will shake a few things up. Man, that was getting good. We had just crossed under the 10 to go mark. Augustine, Rumsey, Hoffman, Carpenter, now the top 4. Aiden Beerline up to the 5th spot. Shell behind that. Pettit, Brown, and Cardoza. Chase Stewart will round out our top 10 in the 40 car. Yeager, Avila, Price, Eiler, Forster, and Schobelach. The rest of the field, everybody else pretty much off track. Bowen Smith has come back out, but he is at least 5 laps, if not more, down right now. Lights still on the pace truck. We'll have 10 to go when we go back to green. We should get 1 to go right here. I'm glad everything is slowing down a little. All right, pace truck will get out of the way. We'll get ready to restart. Augustine's still up front. Back on the throttle, you can see the dust starting to accumulate. Last week we had problems with that dust.
All right, man. Caution is out.
Caused a car. It does again. I don't know. Landon Cardoza. Let's go look and see. 21 car. And I saw him shoot to the right. Yeah. He tapped a car. Then he gets in front. That's J.D. Brown. That's who he tapped. Got him out of shape. And then ends up finishing off right there. So we'll slow some things down again. And if I remember right, last week we got a little sloppy towards the end because of all the dust. That is going to happen. With all this new stuff going, you know what? I think it happened Friday night. That might be where we saw all that happening. Was Friday night. ADS. The dust is a game changer. You can see how wide this track is getting. It's getting a little black. It's getting a little dry. At least one more time around. Pace truck stays out in turn number 4. The dust may need a little adjusting by iRacing. Just a tiny bit. Now, I do think that they may have it kind of right because it really only comes off the cars when they're in that dry stuff. If you watch Augustine, if he goes up to the very top, it'll stop throwing dust out the back of the car when he gets up there in that sticky stuff. Augustine back on the throttle, pace truck out of the way. We're back to green flag racing with 8 to go. Good start for Augustine. Rumsey and Hoffman, and now Rumsey trying to keep Hoffman behind. He is just trying to keep that bottom line shut down. Augustine is down there. Rumsey's, everybody's down to the bottom now. Nothing left at the top. Everything will be on the bottom, and if Augustine misses the line again, he might not have the lead any longer. Rumsey to the inside grabs a spot. They've got Augustine on the outside. Here comes Hoffman. He's going to go by as well. It will be open long enough for Carpenter and Beerline. I don't know. Carpenter will get by now. Beerline in the middle. He needs a good run down the backstretch. Coming around to the wave lap, 5 to go. Rumsey, Hoffman, Carpenter, Beerline. Augustine's on the outside. Tyler Schell now down to the inside, and Augustine's car just does not want to go to the bottom. Shell goes by. Shell will keep the spot. We're watching the battle for third right now. Hoffman is all over Rumsey again. That time loses distance out of 4 as the right rear got a little free on him. Drives it up there. He bumped him. A late close of the door, and it wasn't enough. Rumsey gets moved to the high line. Kenny Hoffman out in front. Rumsey to second. Carpenter now going after him. Aiden Beerline right there just watching, waiting. He needs a little bit of help here. He needs the door to get open and to be able to jump through it. 2 to go this time by. Beerline now going to follow Rumsey. Out of 2, up the backstretch. Beerline has a good run. Hoffman right in front of Rumsey. Rumsey's up on the very top. He's running kind of a middle to the top slider line. The white flag is out. Hoffman off of 2. Rumsey jumps the cushion. I don't know if that's going to slow him down or not. Doesn't look like it does. It's going to be Kenny Hoffman picking up another win at Knoxville. Rumsey second. Carpenter third. Beerline and Shell 4 and 5. Hoffman, Rumsey, Carpenter, Beerline, and Shell were your top 5. Pettit, Yeager, Augustine, Avila, Forrester, Eiler, Schobalak, Sturtsay, Smith, Cardoza, Brown, Tucker, Gaines, and Davies rounding things out. All right, we'll get our top 3 to come in. Oh, let's get down here and grab Mr. Carpenter. Noah Carpenter, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Hard fought third place here tonight in the final live practice before the Pro Series. First of all, tell me, how tough was that track? Because it looked like it slicked completely off there towards the end.
Yeah, it was definitely a tough track, especially for me coming back. I've been away from the sim for a while, but, Knoxville's always a great place for me. I love running the bottom like that, especially when it gets super slick, and it's all about just keeping it all the way down so you can get your left rear in the moisture, but it definitely produced some good racing.
Yeah, it looked like there at the very end after that last restart, everybody was at the bottom, and you guys were just kind of muscling for position. You made a move to go to the middle, and it just looked like it wasn't there for you.
Yeah, I kind of struggled a little bit towards the end there. I think I burnt my tires off a little bit trying to work my way through the field after I dropped back at the beginning, but just trying to search and figure some stuff out for Monday.
All right, man, what'd you learn that you can apply tomorrow?
Yeah, and we'll see. Hopefully we can put this M9 Performance, Race Tech Titanium, Finish Line Race Designs car up front.
All right, man. A couple of more shout-outs you got, or is it all right if we just let you go?
Big thank you to Trevor Meyer and M9 Performance. I already thanked them, but, I wouldn't be here without them, and thanks for giving me a shot again this year.
All right, man. Good luck tomorrow night. Thanks for chatting with us tonight. We will see you next week.
Thank you.
Noah Carpenter, he finished in the third. Now we'll move up. And let's get Logan Rumsey. Logan, you there?
Yeah.
All right, man. You fought hard. You had a chance at the win. You got muscled out of the way. You went to the top side, and I think the top side might have just been gone enough to hold you back at the end.
Yeah, it was still a good run, I was right there in third the whole race. And just it moved down there to the bottom, and I just need to get better running that line. I hit it good a couple times and could kind of pull away from Kenny. Then I really missed it that one lap, and he got under me there. So just got to practice the bottom a little bit more for tomorrow.
I was getting ready to ask you, what did you learn tonight that you can apply tomorrow and maybe get that win in the Pro Series?
Yeah, just I mean, I think we're pretty good until the track gets like that. Just, I mean, it's kind of always been like that. I mean, the bottom is just really hard to get figured out here. There's only a couple people that can even run it remotely good. So as long as I can run it pretty decent, we'll be all right.
Well, an awesome run nonetheless, man. Some shouts, some thank yous. We'll let you head out tonight and get ready for tomorrow.
Yep, thank you.
All right. Good luck tomorrow night. I'll see you back here next week, sir. That was the man of few words, Logan Rumsey. We're going to teach him how to do interviews. And let's get the man that won. I think he won Friday night here. He really likes this place, and I know what he likes to do. He likes to catfish the bottom here, and it seems to work for him. But Kenny Hoffman, man, you had to move him a little bit to get him to give you enough space. He shut the door pretty late. You still got through there. Everybody got in clean.
Yeah, I had zero intentions of moving Logan. I honestly really didn't mean to, and me and him were just kind of chatting about it before he got dragged up, and he said he kind of missed the bottom. I just had a really, really good run into the corner, and I was just trying to be really patient with him and kind of just follow him because I just noticed that he was kind of missing the bottom a little bit. But like I said, I had zero intentions of moving him up out the way like that. The way his car kind of reacted, I don't know if it was more like a little bit of a neck code type thing, because if anything, it should have just been like a little simple bump. But my apologies to Logan for moving him up out the way like that. I have a lot of respect for Logan. He always races me clean. Me and him always have good races together. So and then I mean we were fast, dude. I started 13th. I just wish I wish I can get my qualifying down. I've just been struggling qualifying as usual. But the fact that we were able to drive up from 13th and just kind of keep the car in one piece and work through some of other people's issues and kind of just find lines that people weren't running was really the main thing. So, the fact that we were able to get up here with, all those drivers is just really cool for Monday.
An awesome run. You're going to win at Knoxville again. If you can get your qualifying fixed in the next 24 hours, you might have a really good shot at winning in the Pro Series.
Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, we're going to try to dial it in for qualifying a bit, Just got a great group of people that, are behind my back and everyone that's just, part of this KHR team and everybody. Nothing would be possible without all the help and dedication that Colin Bocus and Focus Build Sprints that he puts into us. He's been the man for us. We really appreciate all of his hard work. He's just been getting us faster. I say this all the time, but we just get faster and faster and faster. So, without him, I don't know what we'd be doing. But huge shout out to him for everything he does for us.
Cool.
And hopefully we can have a good night for Pro on Monday.
All right, man. I need you to hang around for just a moment, if you don't mind. I got something I need to talk to you about real quick when we get done here. But, man, thanks for chatting with us. Congrats on another great win. Good luck tomorrow night.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, guys. That is going to do it for us here tonight. We are going to close it up the way we close it up every single time. I am going to thank you for being here, because without you guys, there is no reason for us to do this. Without all the awesome leagues giving us great racing like you witnessed right here tonight, there is nothing for us to cover. Everybody gets a high five and a pat on the back there. Until we see you tomorrow night for Dirt Slingers at 8 Eastern. Peace and love to everybody. Keep the rough side facing down at all times. You got to keep it dirty.